But we have to be ready. We need to prepare our hearts to meet the Lord. Anybody? One day we're going to meet him. Are you ready to meet him now? You know, most of us have heard the testimony of Moses. I thought it was interesting that God gave me that prayer. I hadn't realized the connection to my message tonight, but most of us have heard the testimony of Moses telling Pharaoh, the ruler of Egypt, to let God's people go. But until you have read it and you've studied it, you really probably don't understand the depth of these miracles and the opportunity that all those people, including the Egyptians, including Pharaoh, had to change their ways, to stop and turn around. Every time affliction enters our lives, before we whine about it, and which we all do, right? Before we whine about it, before we cry about it, before we get mad about it, we need to ask God, what are you trying to bring out of me in this affliction? If you are truly his child, how many of you are parents in the house? How many of you would jump in front of a bullet or a train for your child? Absolutely. We would not hesitate. And I believe God loves us with that kind of love, and he proved it when he sent Jesus to the cross. He did. So therefore, he's not going to allow the righteous to be afflicted without purpose. Remember that in your affliction, there is purpose. That's a hard one for some of us. It's been a hard one for me, but I've surrendered. I'm now just fully surrendered to it. In my affliction, there is purpose. There just is. It's up to me to find the gold, dig it out, get in the mind of God's heart, and find out what the purpose is. Right? The entire account of God's rescuing his people from the house of bondage called Egypt is miraculous. So it starts with a miracle of love. To me, it's a miracle that God loves us. Can I just say that? I think that in itself is miraculous. God's love is not the people kind of love. It's miraculous love. It's love that runs deeper and wider than any human could ever love. Even the best people, the most loving, kind people, barely touch the surface of God's agape love. I don't. I know I don't. I gave up trying. If he wants me to love like that, he's going to have to empower me to love like that. Can I just say it? I can't do it in my flesh. I want to. I desperately want to love like God. God's got a different love. God has a miracle love. God has a love that loves with such perfection that if he knows we need to be corrected, he can do so in affliction. But God's love should penetrate our hearts so deeply that we have no hate, no animosity, come on, I'm going to say this one, no insecurity. Anyone. No insecurity, no unrighteous anger, no selfishness, offense, or unkindness working through us at any time. That's a penetrated love.